Hey, hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. In today's video, we have landed upon Probius. I have played a lot of Probius over the past week, getting ready for our recording stream again, and I have been so surprised. Previously in the past, Probius felt like a very tied down character who needed a lot of prep time in order to do anything, because everything you were doing revolved around the use of your... I'll find it. Warp in Pylon. It was on a 12-second cooldown. You had to put your turrets down in this in order for the turrets to be activated. Your ultimate, whether you went for Pylon Overcharge or Null Gate, would be radically affected by the placement of your pylons. And if the pylons died, well, you literally couldn't do anything, or at least that's how I felt on the hero. Probius did receive a rework at the same time of Rhaegar. By the way, 6 weeks without a Rhaegar nerf. When do you think that's going to happen? His win rate is climbing. He's above a 65% win rate now. This isn't about Rhaegar. Probius is doing great since his rework as well. His win rate at 54.49% right now, with a popularity of a measly 4.75%, only 1.3 of that being actual bans. I say this a bunch in the video. I think this rework was a massive, massive success, and I would love to know what you think down in the comments. I'm not going to give any more context to it because I think I really just keep saying it over and over in the game. I'm going to be honest. I just keep saying how impressed I am with everything that's happening. Hope you guys enjoyed today's game. If you do, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and I will see you again very soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Shire map today. The friendly team Probius Brightwing. What the hecka? This is for all you guys in the comments. All right, this is for all you guys in the comments. You ready? Who's this other character? Who's this one right here? Naziba and Johan. The enemy team: Hogger, Sergeant Hammer, Garrosh, Hanzo, and Karazim. At level 1, I've been playing this build, and I like it a lot, and I didn't even save the preset. That's how much I like it. It's really good. We're gonna go for Echo Pulse. Disruption Pulse now returns to Probius after 1.25 seconds. What does this mean? We use our Q ability, and our Q ability comes back to us. On the surface, it's okay, but in combination with other talents later on, it can turn into a very, very strong ability. With the changes to Probius that allow him to put his turret down outside of tower range and do all kinds of fun stuff outside of his pylon range, I really have found a new love for this character. I felt so restricted playing him previously, but now he's literally a brand new probe. It is such a good change, and if you guys haven't checked out the Probius changes, you really owe it to yourself. As the enemy team is rotating away from this lane, we're gonna rotate back down to bottom. We can clear it really, really quickly. Our Q ability is that distribution pulse. Is that right? Disruption pulse. Disruption pulse. Our W ability is warp rift. If we shoot our Q into that, it actually explodes after it's primed, but it does take a little bit of time to prime. Garrosh rotating down to fight me. We'll just give him the runaround. That, I think, to me, that's always been like a key of playing Probius well. It's like someone could be like an inch away from you on the screen, but somehow you manage to still be out of range of everything that they're trying to accomplish. Sergeant Hammer not moving, might regret it, very low on HP there. We still see Garrosh trying to move in, but we have this beautiful turret placed outside of the objective. So if he wants to move in here, he's got to take the punishment that this turret is going to dish out. The friendly team does manage to start the objective. Hanzo might be getting in the way from me getting there in time. I'm going to put a pylon down and just try to channel this. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. A polymorph on Garrosh allows me to complete the channel. Holy crap, that was good. And for our level 4 talent, we're going to pick up Turbocharged. This makes us move faster when we're using our mount ability that it's called Worker Rush. It allows us to zoom around a little bit. but it also shortens the cooldown, so we can actually rotate between parts of the map a little bit easier. As the dragon dies, we're immediately going to work a rush away. They literally never even saw the probe inside of that. Immediately put down 2 of our warp rifts onto the mercenary camp down here, and it's that easy. It's already cleared. I've been double soaking on Probius on several maps, and it's been fantastic, especially on maps like Blackheart's Bay, where the top and bottom lane are so close together. But this is no different. Just leave a pylon down here, maybe drop a turret, wait for a couple of these pulses, and then boom, boom, boom. We cleared it, and we're ready to go back to the other lane again. It's so fast. The lane clear is so efficient, and I really mean it when I say this is the most fun I have ever had on this character. It's absolutely been a blast. It's so freeing not having to do everything based on a pylon cooldown. Oh, I'm dead. However, there are instances where, like, if you're playing against a Zeratul, if you're playing against a Nova, maybe even a Li Ming, although there are ways to ease the effect, they can just kill you. If they want you dead, they just walk up. You know, Nova, the build we just showed off in the A through Z, the pinning shot into the anti-armored shells, it just kills you. And she does it from stealth. It's literally W auto tech. Oh, Probius is dead. We'll see you later. You still have that obstacle to overcome, but I'll show you. Later on, we can answer that a little bit. Now, this is actually why we picked our level 1 talent like we did. We have the ability to lower the cooldown of our turret whenever we damage someone with our Q or our W abilities. This means that we are constantly getting cooldown reduction as the boomerang goes out, and then because of our level 1 talent, returns to us. This makes it super easy to actually get a lot of fortifications down in a lane and actually get multiple turrets defending an area in ways you've never been able to do before. This kind of turns Probius into a bit of a defensive monster, even though, you know, my health is still a concern. That's still pretty scary. We can also try to, like, block skill shots with these turrets if I'm really feeling confident, but I don't think I'm quite there yet. That's going to take a little bit more time for sure. I am going to put a pylon down in the bush just so my turrets can get a little bit of vision, but I am being forced out of here slowly but surely. I'll clear the lane, but if I go towards Hammer, I'm just going to die. So that's all that I can do. That was so close. What the fuck? Excuse me? Take that back. I don't want that. God. Friendly team does manage to gather the top lane, but the wall of incoming assailants in the bottom lane is being pretty hard to overcome, pretty difficult to overcome. We're putting a pylon down in the bush again just so I can see a W on top of Sergeant Hammer as he's pushing up. We're also going to put a turret here as well. And if we just hang out next to Brightwing, we should be okay. We can put another turret down. I'll do that really fast. Another W in this area. Oh, one thing I didn't mention about this is this bubble that we just blew up actually slows as well. So you are able to kind of stop enemies from moving in an area with this tool as well. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. The enemy team is controlling the shrines right now. They may be able to get the objective. We do still have some problems with Probius. Like, you can't tell your turrets what to shoot, which can be problematic sometimes. Like there, for instance, I really would have loved to tell it to shoot, you know, Garrosh or something. But that's okay. You know, no one's perfect. If the friendly team's going to rotate away, which they absolutely should, I'm just going to continue to siege this versus Hammer if I'm able. Also going to just put down the Null Gate right on top of those buildings. Null Gate is my preferred way of playing Probius now. Before, you had to have the Null Gate powered with a pylon. The fact that you no longer do, I mean, I'm sounding like a broken record, but I really want to nail this point home. It's so freeing to not be tied down by a small range and a 12-second cooldown. You could just be like, cruising around, and if someone needs to be null gated, you could just do it right away. Now, the pylons do still serve a purpose. So right there, I wanted to engage on Hammer, but I couldn't because I didn't have any fucking mana. And that's because I wasn't in my pylon range for a long time. The only way we can regenerate mana is being close to this thing that we keep putting down. Let's go ahead and move our pylon up here, get a shot out on Garrosh. He's going to try to throw us away. In fact, he does. And the AoE ult from Hanzo is going to clip me. If I was a little bit faster on the button press, I think I could have gotten away from Garrosh there and avoided the grab entirely. But I tried to make up for it by zooming out after. That was just a very well-timed Hanzo ultimate. The enemy team is pushing in pretty heavily here in the bottom lane, although all of our buildings are still standing. We're reaching about the 8-minute mark of this game, and it looks like Sergeant Hammer is finally getting in position to really siege this down. I really like that we get a free worker rush right as we spawn, and then we can immediately worker rush again. Just allows us to get around the map a little bit faster. And I also love this change where you don't have to manually detonate those rifts anymore. We're gonna put the warp gate, or whatever this thing's called, the null gate, on top of Sergeant Hammer just to make him feel uncomfortable. Maybe he decides to leave, maybe he doesn't. As Garrosh is moving up as well, we're going to try to regenerate a little bit of mana. We are taunted at the moment, but we boost away right as it ends. Let's just put that there. The siege in the bottom lane continues. We're going to make it so our pylons are going to provide shielding for anyone that stands next to them. Oof, it happened again. Oof. Now we're basically like giving a little buff aura to everyone who stands by our buildings. It's not a ton of sustain, but over time it can really add up. It's about 23 shielding per tick right now. So like a region globe, but for shielding. And your team doesn't have to do anything special for it. They just have to keep, fighting in an area. It's your job to make sure that the warp pylons are placed appropriately. If we look at damage done in this game, 69,000 siege, 26,000 hero damage, highest on our team on Probius. On motherfucking Probius. Let's put, nice. Turret's down, null gate's down as well. Will we catch him? He's probably just gonna hop over the wall. Indeed he does. We'll move our pylon up for a little bit more power. If they want to move back in here, they certainly can. I was body blocking the Haka. The objective is up, and I'm gonna start worker rushing my way over to it. Worker rush is actually faster than any mount in the game. It just is on a cooldown. You can't use it all the time. I'm gonna start the channel, and we get it again. Let's get some ground here just by kicking Karazim away to get me a little closer to this building. And now hopefully this building will go down pretty quickly. If I charge Sergeant Hammer, they're just going to immune it. So I'm just going to attempt to take the damage and focus the building down. Perfect. Now, oh, I really thought that was going to be a kill. Now we can rotate down to the bottom lane, the most important lane to push on this map. Don't get it twisted. This one's a kill. Woo! But unfortunately, with the health of my dragon, I am going to have to leave this area post-haste. Although we can kick away Karazim one more time just for good measure. I'm going to put the null gate down on Sergeant Hammer, stopping them from leaving. Maybe our team wants to move in on it. No pressure. You absolutely don't have to. At level 16, we're going to pick up Quantum Entanglement. This is going to cause the slow of our W ability to actually linger in an area for quite some time. So even if an enemy moves out of the area of effect, if they move back in to the area that it was in previously, they will be slowed down. Null gate. Oh, motherfucker. Garrosh, please pick on someone else. I was trying to move up to help our Brightwing there, and I guess we did. Brightwing is able to get away. I tried to put the null gate down to get Hagar off of her back, and it worked. But immediately Garrosh walks up, taunts me, throws me under the tower. I guess I'm just playing too close to him. We need to start making some more adjustments. Just playing too close to him. Just playing too close. Stats are still looking pretty good, but as you can see, I'm still getting used to playing a character that is this squishy and this delicate. It's certainly not my normal cup of tea, but we did put in a lot of hours over the course of the last week to try to learn this character. And as I keep saying, I've been pleasantly surprised around almost every corner. Big falling sword on top of Garrosh. Do we have the damage to make it count? We see Nazebo with the spiders in place, hitting pretty hard. The Divine Palm did miss this time. That's not going to save anybody. Dahaka moving in is going to get tossed away right as the tongue was about to go out. And Garrosh is gone. We have a pylon here. I'm going to zoom up top. If we take damage while our worker rush is active, we do lose the effect, which is really difficult to get used to, by the way. You can have some clutch zooms away from conflict, but you have to like time it in between auto attacks and abilities and all this shit flying at you. It's very, very difficult to do. I put down another pylon just for a little bit more of a move speed increase there. The friendly team not able to hold on to bottom right now, but it looks like they are still trying. Johanna taken down. Ooh, and we lost Dahaka as well. Looks like only Nazebo still standing. I'm gonna nullgate this and just try to zoom away. Maybe I should just push the top, to be honest. They're kind of right behind me. I need to keep moving here. Ate that shot with a turret. Feels good. Hanzo's still following me. I could just leave these here and they'll blow up, and then I worker rush back to our tower. Look at that, boys. Look at that. Look at that lane. Look at that map presence. It's beautiful. As Hanzo is going to move in for the objective, let's pylon a little bit further back. I'm going to stand here.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, dude. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, bro. That's so fucking satisfying.
We will try to hold down this area. We'll try to slow Garrosh here as he's attempting to move in. But remember, that's always a little weird. He can usually just push right through it. We are getting very good resets on our E, but the enemy team manages to grab the dragon. Both teams closing in on level 20 pretty quickly. Let's see if we can hold them off. At level 20, I'm getting shoot 'em up. This is going to allow me to use my EQ ability even more often. Unfortunately, we are pushing out of kind of my pylon area at the moment, and that is still on cooldown, so we're waiting on that to come back. And it looks like we're immediately going to be leaving this lane again. I did some experimenting with the level 20 null gate, and it's fun, but I think this is just better. Being able to throw out more Qs means you're getting more turrets down on the ground and hopefully dealing more damage with those. The dragon did absolutely nothing. It was pushed out of the area, but unfortunately the friendly team is deep right now. We might be able to help out with a null gate here. It was actually an incredible null gate, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough as Hogger lays down an excellent loot chest there to block them. Nazebo sneaking in for a great hit as well. Come on, keep fighting me. Come on. Come on, keep fighting me. Come on. Oh, too deep. Almost got him. Literally, we're almost trading with a Hogger. That's so impressive to me. And Probius to me has always felt like an afterthought. It's like you have to show up to an objective 45 seconds early to set up your pylons, to do all that shit. And just the mere fact that I could see a Hogger and be like, okay, I want to fight this guy, like right now, with no preparation, can feel great. just excellent. Unfortunately, 5 members of the enemy team defeated right now. We see, excuse me, bottom lane being pushed in really, really hard. Dahako burrowing behind. It's a little scary, but he's moving in anyway, especially against the Garrosh. Here we go. There's the taunt. I think Brightwing was trying to teleport in there, but then the burrow canceled it. That kind of sucks that interaction works that way. Top lane does have a pretty hefty wave moving in with the Hogger supporting it. I'm going to try to zoom over there and help out to the best of my ability. Although it looks like Nazebo's on it, and he probably gets more value being here than I do. I am too close to this wall. I think I'm dead. Oh, okay? It was all a bait. It was all a bait. I planned it from the beginning. It was all part of the master plan. That was exactly how I knew that was going to play out in my head, and it went perfectly. Yes, exactly. Of course. Indeed. Right. We're going to put a null gate down, hopefully stopping these guys from moving forward. Turret placed right away as well. Hanzo jumping behind us is going to get caught by our Nazebo. Just trying to slowly but surely move these warp rifts towards the enemy team's Sergeant Hammer. We get an E reset here. I'm going to put a new pylon down. Q onto Garrosh. Put another turret down. I almost have another one. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to move into the objective. I don't have any mana. Maybe I start zooming towards the middle lane. Can Dahaka burrow top and grab that really fast? We can get an instant cap here. Perfect. That's exactly what is happening. And I am going to take this and run it down middle lane. Maybe bot lane. There's 3 members of the enemy team still deceased for 40 seconds. We might be able to get some core pressure here. I'm taking it middle. Just because that's the lane I'm closest to currently. Sergeant Hammer trying to siege against us. That is going to be a lot of damage until we can deal with it. One thing we could do to try to persuade them to back up is just make sure that we're... Nice! Good wall! Is it going to be enough? I'm zooming in for auto attacks. Staggered deaths. That's really huge. Hawker trying to get away. We charge. And now, with 2 members of the enemy team recently deceased, will they be able to hold on to their building? Well, it doesn't quite fucking look like it, does it? Get out of here. Nice polymorph, making it so he couldn't become unstoppable. I'm going to put a null gate down on the building, throw in a Q or 2. I just wanted to be in my real form at the end of this game. I have never felt so confident on Probius ever in the history of him being in this game. It has been an absolute blast to relearn this new character, and I encourage everyone watching to try it out as well. Again, I cannot stress how much it improved the quality of life. And hey, we got MVP. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good to play with you too, Brywing. Thank you for joining us. Talents I went for today, I think I explained them relatively well during the game, but Echo Pulse specifically so we can get more cooldown reduction at level 7, and that's exactly why we take our level 20 as well, because we want as many turrets down as possible. Level 4 has a bunch of good options. I prefer turbocharged. I really like null gates, although you didn't see it. I mean, it was okay in this game. It didn't have any, like, huge moments in this game, but I feel like it was all right. Shield battery is what I like at level 13, but feel free to take whatever. The other ones are good too. The other ones give attack speed, or ability power to your team, which can be excellent. Quantum Entanglement means even if you miss with your W ability, it can still get value. And this was an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And we already recorded the Kira video because I forgot about Probius for a second.